Don't you know that the music should be solid?
There we go. Whoa, look at the lighting. Look at the face. Show the people your face.
Well, 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 where am I now? Well, 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 where have I come from? Hi.
You've had some fantastic lighting lately.
Well, I ain't in that restaurant situation anymore. Theo Rossi, my little brother.
I know. No one's going to pop in the background. Will someone come in the background?
We never know. I live with a few women, rumor has it. So they might pop in and they know I'm here, but that doesn't mean they don't want to come and get their slippers occasionally or running.
I'm back home too.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
What a shit show.
Listen, we can't really talk about it really, but we certainly do tell our family pretty much everything. Fuck.
Yeah.
But I'm done. And apparently you are too.
Before I got started.
Before you got started. Fuck me.
Fuck me.
How you feeling there, Bumblebee? With your yellow and black on?
Yeah, confused. You know, we just briefly discussed it. Just long story, super fucking short is I was in New York for this giant studio film, big deal. And 2 days before filming, we're not doing it anymore.
They canceled the whole thing.
The whole thing after 6 weeks of prepping and 300 people in the crew and all this coast to coast.
Oh my God.
Not happening.
Welcome to the business.
Welcome to the business, for a multitude of reasons. We are not doing it. So I am back here for now with my mullet and my yellow jacket.
Your unused but beautiful mullet, I must
unused
say.
and beautiful mullet. And it will be unused until I know what we're going to do next, because, I wasn't supposed to be here for 2 months and now I am.
Yeah. I was looking forward to seeing you in the bathrooms and the restaurants around where you were going to be. Well, it's the business. We don't need to go on to.
We don't need to go on.
You were the lead, co-lead, and it was going to be fucking something else and funnier than shit.
Yep.
But hey, that means something else is coming along.
Yep.
We know how this works out, you and me.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Something else has come along.
100%. And listen, if I truly didn't believe in life, that everything doesn't happen for a reason. And I know sometimes that feels like, mercurial or like, some kind of bullshit thing people say. But when you look back at your life, you wouldn't be speaking in this tone of where you are. You and I wouldn't be sitting here if every single thing that happened didn't happen for a reason.
No doubt. No doubt.
So good, bad, or indifferent, even you have to look at things and say, okay, well, that's going to get me somewhere and do something that's going to be something, even if it's just in a moment of thought that happens. So I have to believe that. If I don't, I'm what am I doing here? What's the point?
Yeah. And I won't go on too much about it, but how you got this part and how easy you just sequestered into getting this role for that big studio and what it was and everything was just like, way to go, bro.
Oh,
way
thanks.
to go. Here we go. Another step that we all love taking these steps, even though I'm too old to worry about my steps anymore.
No, you got to get more steps. You got to track your steps.
I got to track my steps. Good luck with that. But anyway, I survived my little darkness.
Yeah. Your teeth didn't. You did. Your teeth.
No, I'm going to go see my dentist right away. Yeah. Oh God. Anyway, I'm going to go see my dentist right away, right after this. And I look forward to getting my mouth fixed up. That was quite the time I had. 7 weeks, 6.5, I guess.
Wow.
Anyway,
that's how long that was?
Oh, and I'm washing them off right now. I'm just washing the guy away.
Yeah, it takes a little while, right?
Get out of here. Beat it. Scram.
It takes a little while. It takes a moment. It takes a moment because you got to clear, because then you get cobwebs sometimes, like where you're sitting there and you think about it.
I do. And, and I can't wait to be able to tell, the world what it was. I mean, we still haven't released it to the press, so I can't even really talk about it. But when it becomes clear, well, we'll talk more about it. Well, here we are.
Speaking of cobwebs, season 7, we're finally here. The final season. We've kind of did a couple of buildups to get to this, right?
Yeah.
And the reason being is this is it.
This is it.
As they say, this is for the whole enchilada, right? This is it. This is the final season. And holy fuck. Like I did not remember one single thing, surprise, surprise, of what was I just watched, because I just finished it a second ago.
Yeah.
And when you speak about cobwebs, I started to kind of remember, I mean, how far Juice is and where Jax is and where Tig and everybody's at now. And this seems to have started season 7, like 9 or 10 days after, right? Like
pretty close to after what happened to Tara. Yeah.
Yep. And we'll kind of start right now, but everybody kind of looks a little different, yet the same, but a little different. Time has passed in real life, but on the show, they tried to keep everybody exact. The show definitely has more money. This was it. They were throwing everything at the kitchen sink at this point.
And I have to bring this up right now, because if you remember, every year, and it got bigger and bigger and bigger, and this is our final year, we had a photo shoot.
Yeah.
A photo shoot. And this is going to be the final photo shoot. And Juice,
I was on my own,
didn't get one photo with the rest of the guys, because this was the macabre, dark season. Remember, Charlie came out in the poster with like a skeleton. We all had that skeleton fucking look. I don't know what that was about.
Yeah.
But I'll never forget all of us group hugging at the beginning of the photos. And then you were off. You were on your own corner, all by yourself. Nico's got fucking billing now.
Yeah.
In the whole DL's got billing now.
Yep.
We were all together taking our like guys of the club. And it just dawned on me, like, fuck me, Theo. You as Juice are on an island.
I'm gone.
You're on a fucking island, man.
Never to be seen again.
No, you are. One time.
Yeah, there is. But truly, like, this was that point where I think that I was probably the most anxious with Juice, because I was not filming when you guys were filming. Charlie and I had gotten super distant at this moment, just in character and almost in life. And then, it was the end. Ron is fully gone, right?
Oh, yeah.
Opie's fully gone.
Opie fully gone.
Tara's gone. Heine's gone. Like, everyone's gone. And there's a clock ticking now. We're finishing this. And all bets are off. There's no meetings before this season. There's no hey, let me tell you your arc for the season. There is whatever happens. You might die in episode 2. You might die in episode 3. There is no conversation here. It's just read the scripts.
Wow. Yeah, man. None of us, we all knew what was going to happen to the Hamlet Gertrude part of the story, if it held true to that thematic way.
Yep.
But me, Chibs, you, Booney, what's going to happen to the core boys? Like, every week we'd get a script and go, anyway, we'll come to, I think it's episode 4 or 5. I got a story about Boone that I can't wait to share. I fucking love that guy.
Yeah,
all right.
Me too. So, we open up final season.
Hang on. No, previously on, you never watched.
Oh, I don't watch it.
I do. And that's why you
tell me what happened.
It's all Juice.
Really?
Did you know that?
No.
Oh yeah, it's so much. And the way they did it, when Charlie comes into you and goes, "You betrayed me."
Yep.
Before that, we heard your whispering in your drug state to Nero, giving up the goods about what you did to that gal. I accidentally, you didn't even know what you were saying. All of that, and then the stuff with Gemma, and the stuff with the fork, and the stuff all in previously on.
Oh, great.
A heavy. Oh, and poor little Juice, you ain't gonna be part of the club much no more. So here we go.
Well, I got to tell you, at first, it opens once and this, it happens rarely. I would probably like to count how many times we've done opening montages. Whenever we do an opening montage, it means we're always going to do a song in the beginning, song at the end, because we always. I think you said there was a few times we didn't do songs at the end, where the episode just ended. But majority of the time, song at the end. When there's a song at the beginning, there's a couple of things that you need to know. The episode's going to be 17 hours long. Okay, so get ready. Run to the bathroom.
Let's get into it. Yeah.
Okay? And then also, they got a lot that they have to show that they couldn't do
Oh.
in scenes, so they have to put them in a montage.
That's
Just
exactly right. That's exactly right.
so Jax is, it's awful whatever's happening in the beginning. He is literally torturing someone in prison, right?
Literally punching someone and pulling out teeth and then another tooth. Speaking of teeth, I could use a couple right now.
Yeah, he should have gave you those.
I gotta call Charlie. Come on, give me those teeth that you had in season 6. Anyway, yeah, punching somebody.
Yep.
Okay.
Jamming with the kids, everyone helping. The crew riding with Beach and the Grim Bastards, right? That's a big
mine's
thing.
all set up. Nero's there. Are we there yet? We're doing all this. Yeah, I see. Us boys riding with Beachy.
Yep.
Yeah. You're doing push-ups, butt-ass naked.
Oh, what a day that was.
I mean, Paris, Charles Barkley directed.
Charles Barkley
I
directed.
still get a giggle out of that.
Me too.
So Paris Barkley directed this. So he
Yeah.
got you naked in a second. Like, get down there.
Get down. Came in with the silk robe on because this
Come
I
on.
had to wear a silk robe because it won't take the tattoos off. So you can only wear a silk robe.
Yeah.
You know, different time, different era, different place, but we did have to modify some things because the angle they wanted to get.
Oh, did you see the camera came down?
Yeah.
I thought little Willie might be in the shot.
we had to duck. We had to do tape.
Yeah. we had to do I wondered
tape.
what happened there.
Yeah, we tried to do one with it, and it doesn't.
The juggernauts were just bouncing off the cement.
Yeah, so the big joke was like I was going to be like a Ken doll, like you're not going to see anything, and I was like,
that's right.
There's nothing we can do because the way the camera would come down, you would have to see kind of the meat and potatoes hanging down.
Yeah, no shit. No
But
pun intended.
you can't do that on this TV station. So they did the tape thing, and I got to tell you, the only thing I remember is like
ripping
like,
the tape off.
Let me tell you,
I would have remembered that.
No, like Mr. T says in Rocky 3, pain, a lot of pain. Clubber Lang says pain. What do you predict for the fight? Pain. There was a lot of pain. So, okay. So Unser's at Tara's grave kind of just happened, right? Super fresh. Yep. There's just the stuff there. Jax is cutting the, the swastika in to the dude. So we start to know, again, you're a little confused. Is he part of the white supremacists? Is Jax working with the white supremacists?
I forgot why he was even in prison there for a minute and a half. Like it just all got so crazily. I don't know what.
Yeah, totally crazily. And me too. I didn't know what was going on. And then Wendy's packing, right? Now I'm starting to kind of piece things together in my head. And then I did remember the Mayan clubhouse now in Stockton. That's a big deal. That's something that is going to come back.
Big deal.
And Oso is the new guy there that we're going to meet. New porn studio getting built. And why was that? What happened at Diosa?
Nothing. I just think that they're going back to that. That's where Tig has the cage. Remember that? Mm-hmm. One of those seasons, season 6, I think.
Yeah.
The cage and the whole thing. We're going back there. We're going to build that up now. I don't know why.
What happened to Diosa Norte?
I help me out.
I don't know.
I only started on the show, Theo. I can't answer these questions. I have no fucking clue.
Especially at this point, because some of us might have been checked out. Okay. So the one thing that I got from this opening.
And they were quick cuts. Sorry, Rossi. Quick. They're all quick.
Yeah.
Like you just said, got to get a lot in with very little time. Let's go.
And they want to tell a story, which he always did very well in montages. But let me tell you the one theme that I had to write down from this music video I just watched.
Yeah.
It's all gone wrong.
You know what? I think that was the name of the song. It's all gone wrong.
It's all gone wrong.
It's all gone wrong.
No just joy in Mudville.
Know what's happening. It's all gone wrong.
No.
Oh, what a dark time to be on Sons of Anarchy.
What a dark time to be on Sons of Anarchy. Like I was thinking, I mean, remember, I think there might have been 1 or 2 seasons where we opened up and it was like festive. There's no festive here.
You should remember this, but you especially had taken certain selfies that became iconic.
Yeah.
First day, we took one of you. I took one of you, me, Boone, Charlie, all giving the finger. And it was like an iconic.
Oh, I have that.
Yeah. That was the beginning.
We've signed that. Yeah. That was that was the first day of season 7?
That was the first day of season 7. And we were never really much together after that.
Oh, we got to post that. We got to post that I'll post that today.
You know which one it
there.
is?
Yeah, of
that
course
was day one. Yeah.
You took that photo. That is a famous photo.
Famous. Came out. There we all were.
I can't believe we took
ready to say goodbye.
7.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to see that photo. You got to send that to me.
I will.
I definitely have it, but you got to find it.
I will.
So Wendy and Unser are walking. She only did 9 days of the 90. She wants, they're the first we're going to hear from. But what's funny is the actual first voice we hear is Lila when they're showing Diosa. She's the only one to talk during the music.
Yeah. I fucking wrote that down.
Yeah. She's the first
Winter
one
welcoming the girls.
Yeah. That's pretty cool, right? Good for her.
Yeah, really
right?
cool.
That's a big move in season 7. You got to be excited when you're in the theater and you're watching that. Yeah. And you're the first voice when they're seeing everyone.
Yeah.
Which is an interesting choice, by the way. Then they do, Wendy and Unser. And then Gemma's at the police station. She's there with CCH. And one thing that got me what Gemma says the woman he loved more than anything. It's like she is almost admitting that he loved her more than him and that bothered her. Right?
Sure. I mean, she killed the girl. So
she killed her.
Like, what's going on in an actor's head in that moment, right? Like, you got to make shit up, and yet you believe it. Like, he loved her, and look what she did, and she's not even blaming herself. It just had to happen. Like, oof,
well, she's an absolute sociopath. In every single way. I mean, it
Good
shows
old
throughout
Gemma.
this. It shows throughout. Like, she's literally having like comedic moments. I actually enjoyed this episode very much. But the only Sal only came out like a few times, but the salt came really flying when she was cracking jokes, and I'm like, what? Like literally, like nothing. Like 9 days ago, she didn't maul someone with a fork. So whatever. Okay.
All right. Okay. So where are we? I'm trying to get my paper going here. Where are we at now? In the show?
Jack sits down with your buddy.
Okay, we're going there now. Okay, so Jack sits down with he ain't my buddy. Are you talking about with the Marilyn Manson guy?
He surely ain't my buddy.
Okay, well, so let's just talk about this for a second. Now, again,
let's get it out of the way.
So we always have table reads. Every year we have a table read for the beginning of the year. And of course, this year, for the first time, we didn't have Ron Perlman. We didn't have Maggie Siff. Okay. So we are literally bones to the walls. John Landgraf was there. Dominic Pagoni, who we just had on, was there. We were all there, big table. And then I noticed there's this guy walking around being really loud with a Southern accent. It was Marilyn Manson.
Yeah.
And I'm going, wait a minute. Is he in the show?
Yeah.
Is he actually in our show?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, there he is, man, with his little splendor and his KKK shit going on, and
the story of how he got on the show.
Pardon me?
You know the story of how he got on the show?
I don't. Tell me. I'd love to hear it.
Yeah. So apparently, Kurt's a rock metal, kind of guy. Right? A lot of people were reaching out to Kurt about the show throughout. Again, we're at the apex of our, like, this is it. Right.
Oh, we're at the 10 million viewers a week, every live.
Yeah, we're at the apex. I think it was like 15 with rewatches and stuff.
Oh my God.
We're at the apex. And then that's not taking into the global stuff. Remember, we found out we were like number 1 in France and Italy and all that. Okay. So we're at the apex. And
I'll try walking down the Champs-Elysees with you and me. I mean, we were there.
Crazy. So people are the Champs-Elysees. So people are coming out left and right calling Kurt. Manson, I guess, tells him that he was had estranged from his dad. Him and his dad were estranged, and they came together on their common bond of watching Sons of Anarchy.
Holy shit!
Right. So he wanted to call Kurt and tell Kurt, have lunch with him, and tell him, "Thank you, that this is the way we came together." Now, this is what the story that I understand that's been told to me. Who knows what the fuck is true? So then, and I think, as they called him, Eminem, Manson told me this, even though I avoided him like fucking chicken pox when we were on the set. So not that you could potentially avoid chicken pox, but you get the point. So here's the thing. He tells him, and I guess in that meeting, Kurt conceives, because he's going to have a leader of this AB, that maybe this is the fit. Now, after what I just went through in the movie that I'm now sitting here for, why this bothers me as an actor is there's a lot of people out there who really fucking kill themselves and kick ass and try really hard, who have been studying acting for a long time. I just want to say that and get that out there.
Get that off your chest. Yeah.
I want to get that off my chest, that are trained in acting and that are working really hard to get that. And a lot of times we do, some people might call it stunt casting. Sure. SONS has been known to do that a few times. A lot. This is the final season. We could say whatever the fuck we want. I didn't necessarily appreciate it, but I got it, right? It does seem like the right fit on when you're discussing the character. Just my opinion, doesn't matter. Opinions always will create some kind of adversary. Someone will disagree, but as someone who is intimately part of this process, but here's the thing about Manson that I will say, because I don't know him outside of the character, but what I will say is I still yet to this day meet someone who knew the inner workings of our show more than he did. He knew more about Sons of Anarchy than I did. He knew about the lore. He knew what kind of pants I was like wearing when we fed Crank to the Doberman. He knew every episode inside and out. And I think he watched them 60 times. So he knew the world. So good on him for doing that. And here he is. He's part of the show now. Here he is. And he's part of the show. And he's obviously going to be a big part of the show from that opening scene as they're kind of setting him up for that. Okay.
Yeah. So Jax and him are making a deal in prison. It's just so fucking creepy. I can't even tell you. All right. So that's that.
Super creepy. Gives him the teeth. Okay. Unser gives bag to Wendy. We go to Unser. She heads up. And here she goes. She's going to go up there. She starts to notice that things look a little peculiar in the apartment. Everything is aligned. Everything is. See
all these goddamn fruit drinks all lined up, all the labels facing out. It was brilliant. All brilliant.
And there I come out
naked as a buffer queen.
As a chamber.
Just as a buffer queen. Look at me.
Naked as a plain baby. There it is.
Oh yeah.
Here he comes, putting the towel on just in time.
Just in time. Ken doll.
What's Ken doll? Got the merkin on. Here we go. And there she is. All and right. Now it's, oh, fuck. Okay. Great. So now she finds Juice. Go ahead.
Now we're on to Jackson CCH, right?
Yeah. So tell me about this.
Okay. So basically I went, oh no, CCH is getting all emotional about her loss, about a lost son and a nephew. And she talks about the desire for revenge. Like we can't take either. What did I write down? You can't tire you to either violate. Oh, we can't tie you.
Can't tie you to them.
So you're free to go. And I just remember it's a weird relationship, CCH and Jax Teller, right? Like they really want to bust each other bad, but there's this kind of level of respect in the hood that she has for where she came from and her family with Jax Teller, and she just can't get him. So he's free to go. Yeah,
and she has a way of delivering, and she's masterful in the way she does things. She's very patient.
You talked about acting, man. I mean, I don't even know if I had one scene with her. I was involved in scenes with her, but man, that woman, there's nothing but pure talent behind every line she said.
And strength. Like she's got a lot of strength and almost like no nonsense. Like I'm going to deliver this and I'm going to hit it. Obviously as a fan of the Shield, she was one of the main characters, one of the leads on the Shield, and she was fucking outrageous on the show. And I also got to give it up for Charlie. The way he's going into this season is very like back straight, very calm.
That's very so true. I said Jax has no emotion whatsoever.
Yeah.
He's almost, again, empty inside, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
He's literally focused on, we don't know yet. We have 13 shows to find out. But here he goes. Yeah.
And I like that choice. I'll tell you, because I think that if you see everyone else kind of bouncing off the walls near him, he's very like, there's zero emotion left in him. And I think if you look at his past and everything that's gone on, that would make sense. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Love it.
So we get back to Wendy and Juice, and
how come your hair is so long?
Yeah, I know. I got to tell you something. It's only been 9 days. There? It's 9 days. What is he on Rogaine or something? I need something. What is going on here? So
do we get back to the other Juicy Pants in a minute here?
No. Oh yeah, we do, because it was really hard to do. So what happens is, just really quick tidbit, fun fact. We
love these. Throw that in.
The tattoos on the head.
Yeah.
You have to, for lack of a better word, bald the head.
Yeah.
To put the tattoo down. And then you would always have to take it off and redo it, because anytime you have a bit of hair growth, it would grow through the tattoo, right? Because it's fake.
So fun.
Right. Okay. Obviously now Kurt wants me to have a little hair, like 10 days on the run, and I haven't shaved my head. Now, which is a little weird, because I could arrange the tomato soup cans and I could clean the apartment within an inch of its life, but I can't cut my hair.
No.
Okay. Sure. I get it. We want to see a different look. So what the great Tracy had to do was she had to draw.
I don't know how they did that tat on top of your hair like that.
So they had to draw it on top of the hair, and it was a fucking pain in the ass.
Was it like a stencil that they?
It was a stencil. Yeah, it was a stencil, and it was like a spray paint. And the thing is, because I'm so nuts as Theo, like if everything's not perfect and doesn't work, I'm like, just fucking cut the hair. So, but they couldn't do it. And then eventually what we go to later is there's no mohawk, gone. And that's when we see that top tattoo later on, but that's a whole nother thing. So, okay. So he tells her he's in hiding.
Yeah. They're going to kill you. They're trying. You didn't say that. They're going to fucking kill you. They're going to kill you.
And he's also, like you just said, lack of a better term, kind of empty. He's got nothing, and he's not even responsive. Like people are saying things and he doesn't understand the urgency of it. He's just like gone. But again, you know this, one of the greatest things about what's going on right now, and especially the one coming up with Gemma, when you get scenes, like real scenes. Come on.
I think I had 1.5 real scenes in season 7, maybe one.
I mean, yeah, but you have stuff with Venus coming up, like real scenes.
No,
right?
Real scenes coming up for sure. But Jesus Christ, you just.
But when you get that, when you look at the call sheet, it's like you and one other person. You're like, fuck yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Even if it's only a page, you're like, wow. Okay, here we go. Okay. So Gemma's with Jax in the car. This was interesting.
I just wrote down with that scene, and Nico's following. Nicotera is like got top billing now with DL it's so great to see actually the final season, and he's following. And I just wrote down, look at the lies that just keep coming out of Gemma's mouth. All the
so easily
stuff. Like she fucking killed Tara. Then Juice saved her ass by gunning down Rockman, and she still just sits there and lies to Jax. Well, Kurt wrote it, and his beautiful co-writers, they wrote all this, so it's not like Katie has any say.
No, she doesn't have any say.
And none of us had any say by this season. It is what it is. But man, oh man, because I'm so invested in the show now by watching it through you forcing me to 2 years ago. Whipping my ass to go, come on, we got to do this.
You're mainlining it now.
I'm mainlining it now. And I'm going, what if she would have said, pull over, honey, pull over.
I got to tell you what happened.
I got to tell you what happened.
I think he kills her on sight.
Oh, he blows her brains out right there in the car.
Yeah,
she's got to go. I got to tell you what happened. I got to tell you what I did and why. And I got to tell you what Juice did to save the club.
Right.
But no, none of it. Lies to save herself and her love from her son, Jackson Teller.
And then everybody forgives each other and they all go to like a water park.
Yeah.
Together.
We all go to a water park.
Yeah, like Tig, Juice, they're all on the floaties. They're doing like log flumes. Come on. That's fun. It'll be a fun episode.
We all got our trunks on and our cups.
Yeah.
Just zipping
the
down
sun's in their trunks.
Yeah.
And everybody's
another
like,
show.
Tig would have a Speedo on, of course. And then everybody'd be like, oh man, what a big misunderstanding this is. You bring the kids. It'd be a fun episode.
All the crow eaters.
Yeah.
Everyone brings fork as a present, as a joke.
Yeah. And Bobby be wearing like one of those old school bathing suits that's like the onesie, like it's like a wrestling singlet.
Those cannonball guys.
Yeah, like the cannonball guys.
The Bugs Bunny cartoons, the onesies.
Come
flopping in, those little paddling pools.
Yeah, Chibs would have like the Scottish flag on his. I mean, you're talking, this is fun TV right there. That would be.
No, really, an alternating universe. It's alternative.
Yeah, or just alternate. Yeah, alternate.
And it's just called Water Park.
Water Park. SOA Water Park.
All right.
There it is.
The reason why we're laughing about this so much now is because it doesn't go that way. And it's
no, it doesn't. And it gets really fucking horrible. And okay.
All right, here we go.
Can I just say something, by the way? We get to Tig and the crew. Here we go. By the way, fun fact, Malcolm Jamal Warner's makes his appearance. If everybody knows who he is. And the reason I know who he is because he played Theo Huxtable on the fucking Cosby Show. Theo is my name. And Theo is the name that I used to hear all the time because the Cosby Show was so popular.
Yeah.
Malcolm Jamal Warner is part of the Grim Bastards. He's Beach's, what's Beach's character's name?
I have no idea.
Okay. Well, he's Beach's right hand. The crew
VP.
Yep. So Tig has a bunch of humorous stuff here, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I never really rewound any of it because it was funny and it was good to be with the guys. But I remember when we were shooting the scene going, this is ridiculous. This is completely ridiculous. We're going to, a guy in a wheelchair with no legs, we're going to drag him on the street.
CGI.
Of course we are. It's going to be like Sons of Anarchy. We had a beautiful stunt guy who did a lot of that shit. And a little bit of CGI stuff for sure because his legs weren't.
Yeah, and he's talking about your mom.
Talking about my mom.
And you're talking about
my mom back.
Your mom. Yeah. In a really horrific, humorous fashion that only Tig Traeger can do.
Only Tig can do. And I remember Tommy looking at me across the way there, just shaking his head like, okay. Here we go. We're going to back some.
Need to get the humor somewhere. There's a dark
episode. Somewhere. I might as well get to him.
Yeah, let's use Tig. But listen, whenever you can kind of make light. But again, you don't have someone like Juice there to bounce off. You don't have someone. It's just Tig's in a solo show right now. This is him on stage.
Me and Beachy. I got my arm on Beachy there, and Boone and Chibs are just looking at me from afar, and DL, and we're all just ready to. What are we doing now? Well, we're going to drag your ass on the road, and we did. And Booney thought it was ridiculous.
It was ridiculous.
On his bike. He goes, really? We're doing that? Yep. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. Oh, and also let's not forget that Rusty's with us now fully all the time. He's a giant of a person. Looks like Big John Studd from wrestling. He's enormous.
Big boy.
Okay, so we're back at Sweets. Jax is dropped off. Wendy and Gemma, the crew pulls up. So Wendy's there with Gemma. Obviously, they confront. They talk about the juice thing.
Yeah.
Crew pulls up. A lot of hugs. You remember the hugs, right? You have to have your own episode for the hugs. A lot of hugs.
Yeah, I remember saying sorry to Jax, and it's actually made the cut. And I didn't get much of a response back from Jax, but Tara's dead, so sorry.
Sorry.
What a drag.
Sorry.
We're all saying sorry.
Sorry, your wife got brutally murdered.
Yeah.
Right. So then Jax goes to talk with Wendy, and then Gemma helps her out, right? Gemma kind of gives her the layup as to like, hey, you should keep her around. And that's because Gemma doesn't want her to talk about juice. So now here we go. Everybody's conniving everybody.
Yep. That's a good word.
Conniving. It's all conniving.
Yep.
And then what I always like, and this is the stuff I appreciate when we go to different locations that I've never seen, the Maya meeting at Stockton.
Yeah, what a beautiful backdrop. Great
backdrop.
Tony Medina. I mean, where'd they find that? Like, where was that? Graffiti everywhere and perfect for the show. And
great.
Fantastic.
Even like the little like hot sauce, salt and pepper, like everything on the tables. They got the tablecloths. And the deal. Nero and Alvarez together, Jimmy and Emilio, two giants. And I got to tell you, they played off each other because Emilio's always so stoic in Alvarez, and like Nero's kind of like a little squirrely and kind of whatever. And they really played off each other. The writing was really good. And then I think that some people just work well together. Like I always thought Juice and Tig worked well together, but they didn't exploit it. They work really well together, those two. You know?
Yeah, they didn't explore us. That's right, as much as they could have. But Emilio and Jimmy, and I just got to add, like, Emilio is stoic, brilliant actor. Jimmy's got some salsa dancing going on behind everything he says is Nero. There's a little bit of a dance going on, and his colors are up and down and around, and fucking the two of them together. You just said it, man. I just went, what a great fucking scene with the two of them.
And so I think that's what makes like a really great scene, right? Is like having the unpredictability of Nero. And we say unpredictable, I mean like his movements are unpredictable. He's unpredictable. And then when you have someone who's planted, you know, that's when it usually really works. You can't really have, it doesn't really work if two people are all over the place. And it surely doesn't work if two people are planted. It just kind of gets like, you get a little bored, right? You just need that one that's unpredictable. So that's a great pairing. Well, here we go. We're at the table. The old clubhouse is fully gone now. We're never going to see that place again.
Big sit down at the Poops and Scoops.
Poops and Scoops.
We are all there except for Juice, I wrote down. And I put in brackets, he's probably never coming back. Like,
and nobody brings that up.
I mean, like, but again, that's storytelling, right? Because Juice has been previously on a lot, the whole, right? Then we've talked about him with Gemma. We talked about him with Wendy. We've seen you a couple of times, butt ass naked with the towel. So I guess Juice doesn't get brought up because we know what's going on with him. And then,
assuming everybody knows, right?
I guess we all do. We've had that conversation. Me and Chibs and Bobby. I guess.
Can we talk about the happy tattoo?
Sure.
So he's like John Wayne Gacy?
Yeah.
He's killed what? 900 people?
42, I think. He had 42 happy faces on there. I never really counted, but one day I was just going, DL, lift up your shirt. Why, bro? Just lift it up. But before, I want to see your fucking abs. Okay. Whoop. Zipped it right up and counted like 42 motherfucking happy faces. Okay.
And then I also want to discuss, because you guys were there, this was I don't want to say it was a new thing. It's something that this was hard for me to keep salad in the salt, is we're about to get started on the monologues. You know the monologues. We're getting started. Jax is about to go on this monologue.
Oh, in the show?
And in the show. And camera's coming in over the table past you guys and going to go right tight on him, where he talks about how he never wanted the chair.
Oh, we're coming up to that, are we? Okay.
Yeah, we're there. We're at the table, and he's, and again, we're going to.
Oh yeah, no, I see. No, but before that, we do say we're opening up a new place called Red Woody.
Oh, Red Woody, yeah.
It's the new name for the Cara, really.
Yeah,
we're going to call it Red Woody.
Sure.
And we find out there's going to be a big party there coming up. Okay, fine. So yeah, Jax goes, I never wanted the chair.
Yeah.
And I wrote down his voice sounded exactly like his voiceovers when he was writing his novel to his
kids. It did.
Didn't it?
Good call. Yes.
It sounded just like that. And I've also noticed, and this is Jax basically tells us all, whoever doesn't want to be 100% part of the club, raise your arm and get the fuck out.
Basically. And
Chibs goes, no, we love you and we'll do anything for the club. Tell us what you need. Of course he does. He's Chibs.
Right. Bobby's struggling.
Bobby, good pickup there, Theo. At the end of the table, the piney.
He's struggling.
He's struggling with everything that's about to happen in his head, I think.
I think the main thing is when he mentions John Teller and he says, like, I'm not going to fall prey to like what he did. Yeah,
that's good added choice by Sutter and his team. Went right to Bobby. I don't think he believes that. And
And again, the only reason I talk about these long monologues is they're very informational, as we call it. They're very expositional. They're giving you, and sometimes like when you're filming those, just as someone sitting at the table, you get really fucking tired. Because you're like, okay, so what take is this? Like 42? Okay, we're going to keep going. Let's go. Okay. And you want...
That's right. It's tough on an act. tough on an actor.
It's not, I
Jesus
know,
Christ.
tough. And
we're not like fucking scientists trying to save the world here. I mean, but you're right, to give the energy and the focus and the listening, and yet it's take after take, and you have no words, you have no line, it's a monologue. So it was a bit of a strange day on the set.
Yeah, and I think that the only thing that you can do as the person delivering it, if you have the ability, is to just keep doing it different, to keep it interesting, right? You have to keep changing it, and you have to, who knows? You might stand up at one point. You might do that. You have to do something to kind of get it. That, for me, that's the way I have to do it, because if I keep doing it exactly the same, then I get like, why are we continuing to do it? And then it'll be like, oh, the camera, we didn't get the right pan. Like, oh, we stumbled, because we used to get that a lot. Like the camera stumbled. So point is, there's something else when you're doing those. Okay. Here we go. So
back to Juice.
Juice is watching TV.
Gemma walks in. Right.
This is some scene. I got to tell you why. Go ahead.
He pulls a gun.
And then
they try and figure it out. Like, why the fuck didn't Juice just go tell Jax what happened? That's what I wrote down. And then I said, I didn't like the writing when Gemma had to say, if Jax found out the truth, not only would he lose a wife, but he'd lose his mother.
Yeah. So she's
me.
Yeah, she's manipulating him.
Has to.
Okay. This is the beginning of the manipulation. Also, she does say something that I thought was a kind of fun fact. Go to somewhere where there's no charter, which is like Montana and one other place, she says.
Oregon. We got charters up in Oregon, don't we?
I don't know, but I would have went to Montana in a minute. Like, take me to Montana.
Just went a little bit north of that, Saskatchewan. Go up there.
Yeah, you go.
You don't need a passport. Get up there.
Yeah. So he could have, but again, I've always wanted to go to Montana. I haven't been there. Have you been?
Yeah, I have. It's beautiful.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Dying to go. So here's what's interesting. She's manipulating him, but I'm going to tell you something that I thought was really interesting when we were doing this scene. I thought
big scene between you two. Great.
Yeah. Real scene. Real deal. I thought they were going to hook up. I did. When we were doing this, there's two things coming up. There's him and Wendy. There's him and Gemma, where I thought it was one of those, I don't want to say typical, because that would be taken away from anybody that's done it in films. Two broken people come together. And I thought it was going to be one of these things where it was like at any moment, they're just going to start like hooking up. And I was like, I cannot do this. What are we doing here? Like, this does not work for Juice. But I thought that's where we were going with it, even though it didn't happen in that one, because we didn't know what was going to go on in the future. I was like, wait a second, are they fucking teeing up these two together?
I told you this, and I'm going to tell it again for everyone who wants to listen and watch. Kurt called me at the beginning of season 6 and said, I'm toying, but Tig and Gemma are going to hook up. And I remember, and that was like 2 months before the beginning of the season. And for whatever reason, Sutter wanted to, like, don't mean to say it like this, but pound out the story of Nero and Gemma, not the Tig Gemma, but the Nero Gemma. And that just kind of went away. And me and Venus did our thing. Great. But I'm telling you, watching that scene, now that you say that, bro, fuck yeah. Oh my God. It's so weird right now. Juice is so lost. She's fucked up. And I was like, and that's usually when in that total, like, that's when a kiss can come out of nowhere.
That's
grab.
Right. Yeah.
Look at me, son. What are we going to do in your, what?
It's like in movies or television, it's like the hug turns into something else. Like they're like, hey, you're going to be okay. And then all of a sudden it's like, wait a second, we're two broken people. What's happening?
Yeah.
So again, I was fucked up as Theo at that moment. So I'm like, wait, are they teeing something up for like the next? Okay. So Nero walks in on Chucky. There's silly music playing. And I say silly as in it was just totally
no, it's French music, Theo.
Oh, okay.
It's back to the Champs-Élysées for you and me when we couldn't walk 3 feet without 50 people wanting to come over and take our photo. It's the Champs-Élysées. Chucky with his little yeah, it's back to that. It's just that's his background music for Yuma. It's for a little Yuma.
It's the humor.
The Yuma.
Tells him that Gemma misses him. And then Jax heads down with the crew. And again, I can tell now this is kind of the last time we saw Nero before Tara was Nero like almost like not wanted to kill Jax, but it was like at the end of Jax. Like they weren't friends anymore.
They weren't buddies. No.
So I think Jax is surprised to see him. And then he basically tells him he wants to set this sit down up
with Lynn and Alvarez. And
Jax says right away.
Right now. Do it now. Yeah.
Right now. Like, let's get it on Zoom.
No time like the present.
Let's go. Zoom it up. Let's get everybody on. So here, I want to jump to this next scene that I thought was really interesting. Unser at TM. I like this wrinkle. I like that.
Come on. Not only is it a great wrinkle, it just, you know what it did? Again, it reminded me of the Pearl. It reminded me of Clay and Unser. It reminded me of the good old days when Unser was a fucking cop, feeling the hood of the car at the beginning of season 2, when Gemma got so brutalized by that fucking Aryan Brotherhood. And he's feeling the car because there it is. And like all the cop shit that Unser would do.
Which comes up later when he comes in the apartment, that comes up. But they also mention our new sheriff, Althea, because Roosevelt is obviously gone. He's off the show.
Yeah,
he's in the grave. Yeah, he sure is. And Althea, who will come up later, who's with us for the rest of the season. And wants him back.
But he's going to get drawn back in.
So now we cut to Jax with all the leaders. It's a very Godfather scene, trying to come to an agreement. Reminds me of the scene in Godfather when they're in Monaco with Hyman Roth and everybody. And he invites them all to party. This is all coming off the top of his head. And you guys are kind of like playing it like, okay, we're just going with this.
No, we're playing with, we don't know any of it. We're literally in the background going, whatever Jax wants, because no one raised their hand at that's Poops and Scoops. We all just kept our hand down. We're in it, 100%. Whatever you want, Jax. Water park, let's go.
Let's go.
Eating at Cara Red Woody, we're in.
Right.
And did you notice one more thing about Charlie's
choice? Speaking of Red Woody, I just want to go back to it. Can someone tell us in the comments what happened to Diosa?
Yeah, could someone please tell us what happened? I think it's still there.
Is it operational? No, because there's also Colette's too.
And there's Colette's too, but something happens.
Something happened.
Up. No, something is about to happen. Okay. At Diosa.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You think? All right.
Well, I don't want to say kaboom, but am I?
Oh, really? They blow it up?
Well, let's just see what happens.
All right, cool.
And anyway, buddy, Charlie is smoking in every scene.
Smoking, yeah, like a demon.
Every scene, and he must have chosen to do that.
He did.
He's super in great shape, brilliant actor. We know all that. We know all that.
Yeah.
He chose to do this every scene, everyone.
Yeah. Anyway. After season 3, I stopped choosing to do that because the continuity, you can't speak. You stink.
Yeah, you don't see me smoking much either.
No. That was really hard. Unless it's like a super tight moment that you need it. No. Okay. Everybody's going to a party. Jack's
party, guns, party.
Need to do it. Irish, IRA, Connor, let's go. We're happening. Tig tells Jax about the Impala.
Yeah, I got a call. Yeah, I like the little back away. Tig backs away. I got a call, but the blue Impala, we found it.
Call.
Let's go.
Tig doing the phone call, running up. They head out, and this is kind of the beginning. I don't want to spoil what we're about to talk about. The beginning of the season 7 murder spree we're about to be on, because this is a fucking murder spree this season. Start counting the bodies because it's a lot.
Oh, please, someone start counting now. It's just going to be a death ice cream cake.
Let's do a body count for season 7.
Yeah, right now, peeps. Come on.
Body count.
At the end of this episode, come on, you biscuit club, you beauties.
Biscuit people.
You biscuit people, cookie/biscuit.
Come on,
love
cooks.
You all.
Let's go, cooks.
Let's go.
Cook up a body count for the biscuit boys. Cook up a body count, and I want to know how many everybody has killed throughout this season. Just this season. I need to know the rest.
No, just
because I think it is a absolute murder spree. Okay.
So
they all head to the apartment.
Let's just cut to the chase. We walk into that door.
You're fucking hysterical in this scene. This first time I laughed out loud. It was the best dry delivery I've heard
What did I say?
Please tell me about that day.
I don't even remember what I said.
Oh, bro, you say when you go through, you're looking at the license and you say, this guy's a pastor too, and apparently is also wearing women's lingerie. And it's all happening so fast. Like your eyes aren't registering what's happening when they kick the door in.
We came slamming in. There's a little threesome going on. It's very strange.
Well, threesome, but with someone else filming. So it's a foursome because that person is just not involved.
Okay.
But they're involved because they're naked with women's
and now they're about to be shot in the head. So they're very involved now.
Yeah.
And yeah, Jess just walks right over and blows that guy up. Just, you're dead. And so what? Find out who they are. Okay. Let's go right through his wallet. Let's check out his wallet. And there you go. Boom, boom, boom. Lingerie. What?
What's the day like? What's the day like? Because we've been there, right? And as someone who started as an extra, like I was an extra in 99, 2000. And like, you know, I'd had to be in the background of like a Sex and the City episode as a waiter, or I had to be in a classroom of some Nickelodeon show. What I didn't do was I wasn't in a foursome, right? I mean, there's really no one speaking in that scene.
This is what happened. So we show up to the set. It's not on us. It's not in a studio. It's offset. Got it all set up. And there they are, all four. They're all in their house coats and they're ready to go and they're ready to be in Sons of Anarchy. And we come up and go, hey, how you doing? So happy to be here. Thanks for we don't know what the setup's going to be. We've read it, but we don't know what they've rehearsed or what Charles Barkley's going to, rehearse. I don't know what's happening. And then they do what they're going to, and we come through the door. And so what we're seeing for the first time is what everyone's seeing for the first time. And it was just like,
what the fuck is happening?
Okay, here we go. Sons of Anarchy. And now they got to get shot. And I got to go through their wallets. And now we're going to move on. A little uncalled for, maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if it's uncalled for, but if you just follow Tig that entire sequence of events, because like they think it's the guy who had the Impala who did something wrong, and like just Tig's figuring out what's happening and seeing it all, and it's like you went through this cachet of emotions of like kind of enjoying not knowing
1,000%. I do remember making a choice of going old Tig style. Like I got to get their phone numbers. This could be something.
I got to join this church.
This could be something. I'm going to join this church right now. Like I've got some ideas.
Oh my God. So that just got me in a very strange situation that tickled me quite very much. So, okay. Beach with Jax. He tells him that him and his crew is very thin and that they have a possibility of folding. This is going to set up something for much later coming down the pipe.
Yeah.
I still can't remember Beach's character's name, and it's driving me nuts.
Can I ask one more question in there? Jackson's son will take the bodies to Chigger Woods.
Yeah.
Is that the first time we mentioned that, I wonder, in this show?
Don't think so.
Because me and Happy go there a million times in season 7. So the bodies, we have to find a new wood because there's too many bodies.
No. I mean, not a tree has grown. Oh, maybe because the tree feeds off the humans. Like I want to be buried in a mushroom suit. This is part of my will, just so you know.
Yeah.
So I can grow things out of me when I'm gone.
Perfect.
But
good luck with that suit. I'll be long gone. You're
thanks. Yeah. It's already part of my will. It's already happened.
Good.
Yeah. I'm going to become part of the earth. I'm giving back, Ken. I'm going to give back. You don't put formaldehyde in your body, and don't go to ashes because that's even worse for the environment. So you just got to do the mushroom suit.
Put it back.
Yeah. Put it
back.
To the earth.
I love it.
Give back to the world, right? Every other animal.
I'm going to zip myself into a hockey stick bag.
Do that. Do a coho bag. Be in the coho bag. Yeah. And then they'll be like
CCM, something like that. Yeah.
And hockey equipment is that heavy too. So someone might think it's hockey equipment. But no, I
am very heavy right now. Too,
we definitely mention it before because it can't be. We're in that woods a bunch.
Great. Just people let us know. Love you.
Yeah, let us know. Okay. I got a problem coming up. Here's the salt. Gemma's with Lila. Gemma and Lila. Jokes abound. Everybody's joking around, huh? That's what we're doing. We're at the jokes. Gemma's just cracking jokes. Like she should be in a bit of or maybe that's just the sociopathic behavior that she is. Maybe that's it. She is that, like, it was really interesting that her character can crack jokes and Jax just got out, and the levity of what if he finds out about Tara, and I don't know. It seemed out of place for me, but
I don't even have it written down. So that's how much effect it had on me.
They're at the warehouse. The warehouse is being prepped.
Okay. Yeah. And I didn't write. Yeah.
And it's all coming back together and just whatever. So Nero shows up. Remember, it's all that.
Oh yeah. Then Nero shows up, big talk, boyfriend, girlfriend, rubbing foreheads. I love you, Gemma. Yeah, me too. Yeah. Okay. Who cares?
Okay.
But good. I'm glad we got that out of the way.
All right. Wendy and Juice. She tells him he could stay a few days. And now Unser's in detective mode. So great lead up with Patterson, because now Unser's like checking things. He's checking the groceries. Oh, you taking the groceries with you? She's like, nah.
Okay. But before you continue,
yeah,
because you're in the scene. This is some of the worst for me writing ever. And I'm going to tell you why.
Please do.
There's no way that Wendy would go, oh, Unser, get my jacket for me. It's in the closet.
Fucking %.
There's no way that Wendy would go with a full bag of groceries. We're taking the groceries? No, we're going to leave the groceries.
Or leave him alone. Or even leave him alone. How about this? Or even fucking let him in. She would go, hey, how you doing? I'll be out in a minute.
I'll be out in a second. So if you're going to let Unser in, how about don't say anything? Let Unser see 2 juice bottles on the counter that shouldn't be there. It reminds him of you. Then he goes to the fridge himself.
Yeah, or like a protein shake or something that just like wasn't there.
Weird.
Copy that.
Let's go in the closet and just, as a cop, don't go, we're not taking the groceries. Oh no, go in the closet. Would you get and don't look at that bag that Juice has left on the floor.
With the big Sons of Anarchy.
With the big Sons of Anarchy on it. Don't do that, but do it.
Because by the way, I saw it when I put my jacket in there and I was like, wow, that's in a really open place. Maybe I should fucking turn it around, or maybe I should hide it. No. Oh, by the way, I'm going to go drop a deuce and tell you to grab my jacket.
So that to me was very unfortunate, because the writing on the show is so tight. That was fucked up. Was so badly laid.
Agreed. They wanted to get to something. Everything lined up perfectly, right? That's what I wrote. Everything lines up perfectly for him. Sees Juice's bag, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Party's in full swing. Party's in full swing.
Everyone's there.
And it's really going. They put
a lot of really good looking bums.
They put it together in 6 hours.
Form. Yeah.
6 hours they put it together.
Yeah.
Looks like Chuck E. Cheese on a Saturday night, and they put it together in 6 hours. Okay, fine. Unser back at Wendy's.
Goes back. He just walks in.
Just walks in. It's unlocked.
It's unlocked now.
Okay.
No, I put in comma or in brackets. I guess he's learned something as a cop, so he knows how to break in and just leave the door unlocked.
Yeah. Juice is definitely not going to have 96 locks on it.
No.
He's arranged the Goya cans to the point of perfection.
Right, yeah.
But he left the door unlocked.
Yeah, that's what I would. Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
You pull a gun on him.
Okay, so here's my problem with this scene, besides the 400 other things we just discussed. When they pull the gun on him, I wish they would have cut away faster. So they should have pulled the gun, right?
Yeah.
Got to my eyes quick and then pulled away. Like, does he kill him? And then don't show them again.
Oh, yeah. That would have been good, actually.
Don't show them again. Like, don't take so long, because we know if you don't shoot someone instantly in a movie or a television show, they are not going to get shot. That's movie, TV lore forever.
101. Yeah.
Especially if someone opens their mouth. The second someone opens their mouth, nobody's dying.
No.
Or the person with the gun is dying, right? They waited too long, right? So it doesn't seem as dangerous.
Good point.
Silly. So then Gemma's with the jokes again.
Well, actually, but again, and I had a freaky feeling about this. I didn't know what it was from, but she's with that really buff Asian guy.
Yeah,
at the bar.
He was great.
He was so fucking good. That guy.
Yeah, he was great.
If I would have had more time and I just got on the plane, I would have looked up his name.
No, he's great.
His character's name too, which is just disgusting that we don't know that name. Anyway.
Yeah, it's disgusting. I'm trying to
think. I mean, he calls her a mom. She says she is. And then she moves away. And I had such a bad feeling. about that. And I couldn't remember why until the last scene of this little movie we're talking about.
Yeah. And I got to tell you something. This is now when I know that I'm mentally and spiritually invested in this show. It fucking really bothered me that she pinned it on these guys. I got to tell you, she just murdered someone. And then
I'm just shaking my head right now.
I know it fucking bothered me because it just, and again, this goes into that line that I say down the road where she's behind every fucking bad thing that's ever happened. So, okay. He tells, is it T something? His name's T something Beach. I'm getting there.
Look it up right now.
It's T something. Okay.
Keep talking while I look it up, Pete.
Okay. So, Jax tells Beach, you have to kidnap this guy before he gets back.
Well, we need a favor from him.
Right.
Because we've been doing a lot for him with the Impalas and shit. And now we need something back from him.
So you continue your search. He tells him that, we need to get this guy, and he tells him why. And then Gemma comes up, crocodile tears, that what she saw, she makes up this entire fucking story.
I know.
That now this is where, again, with the writing, I get a little confused. So she's saying that she pulled up and she saw this car leaving, an Impala leaving or whatever it was, and that guy was in it. But when Jax pulled up, Gemma's not there. So Gemma's saying that she pulled up before Jax?
It's just really confusing to me.
Because I got Gemma out of there. Juice got her out of there.
Yeah.
So I'm
really confused.
I'm confused. And okay. So now everything starts getting put into motion, and we're starting to see, again, we see Juice, with Unser. Unser's tied up in the bathroom. That's supposed to leave audiences being like, uh-oh. Right. But again, I think it would have been better if you don't show him alive, maybe show him tied up and show him, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, this is the montage stuff now, Thea.
Yeah, we're in the montage, and we're going to go to the scene you guys were all at, which is Jax with the shirt off, and it's Snow Globe Part 2.
Okay, so we all go to the house, right? Is that what we're talking about now? Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then Wendy was in another montage. Nero and Gemma. It's another new song. Wasn't this Queen?
The best song ever, yes.
This is a bit of a song from Queen.
Nothing really matters.
Nothing really matters. That's right. Oh my God.
It's an amazing,
that was very
amazing rendition.
And okay, so I remember doing that scene, that final scene, and it was just eerily silent. It was an eerily, because they wanted to make sure that our beautiful actor playing the guy who's all tied up he couldn't say a word, not one word. We didn't hear one. Yeah,
he wouldn't even let him talk.
One scream, nothing. So it was really on there tight. And, Charlie kept the theme of a cigarette going. I think he might be smoking in every scene of this final season. And he even had to, hand it to Chibs, and Chibs took a puff and then put it back down. Yeah. You get the feeling that a lot of torture went down, and then it was
a long night for y'all.
It was a long night. And if you look, Paul Maybaum, again, some of his lighting, bro, was so amazing. That nighttime light that came through the slats in the window. It barely showed my face, Tommy's face, Boone's face. We were all there. And it was so brutal and so uncalled for, but here we are. This is the world that we're going to be in right now. Get ready.
Yeah. And then I did not think, as an audience member, I thought they would show the fork come down and then cut, but they didn't. They showed it enter. You heard the sound. His name's Theo Cross. I see you still.
Theo, good job.
Theo Cross. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know. I feel so much better about myself. Like my day just got
way
easier.
to go. And Theo, it's exactly.
Theo. Yeah, I said T something.
You're absolutely right, bro.
So they showed everything. They heard the crunching. And that's a lot. That's a lot to handle as an audience member.
I thought to myself, how did my mom watch this show?
Oh, fuck me. It's brutal.
How did my peeps, watch this show.
It's brutal. It's truly brutal.
Because it sucked you right in. That's how.
Yeah, you
It
kind
sucked
of
you
like
right in, and now they don't know how it's going to end. I'm sure everyone's heard by now that season 7 is going to be the final season. This is it. And so in fact, I've read a few people and some of the press I've done that have refused to watch the 7th season. And they're not refusing to watch it because they hear it's so violent. They don't want the show to be over.
I know people who haven't watched the last 2 episodes.
They don't want it to be over. In their head, if they never watch it, it's not over.
It's not over.
That's the kind of grasp we had on our fans with this incredible show that's now turned fucking violent.
I mean, it's been violent.
It's been violent.
It's been violent since the burning.
Just salty. Don't do it. Yeah.
I'm not salty about this episode, except for I really do despise the Gemma character. I just do. I feel no compassion for her. I just feel like
I can't wait to get Katie on this show.
I know.
I want to hear it from her beautiful voice and her heart and her talent, what it was like to play this devious Gertrude character so fucking well. What was it like, Katie? Come on.
Yeah, we got to get her on.
What kind of issues did you have playing this fucking chick? Jesus Christ. All right. Listen.
All right. That was it.
I gotta go.
By the way,
I gotta do this. I gotta go. Gotta go fix my hillbilly now.
Why don't you put just like a big old teeth in there? Just put it all in.
But I just might.
You
know
just
what
might.
I'm gonna do? I'm back home now and do whatever the fuck I want. But
Get a
this
mullet.
guy's gone. He's
Get a
gone
mullet.
forever.
Get a mullet, put in some new teeth, just fucking shake it up. Dye your hair blonde. Do whatever you got to do.
Well, welcome home, even though you should be somewhere else. You know what?
You should be somewhere else.
You should be right there where you are because that's what's going on.
This is where I'm supposed to be.
Everything happens for a reason.
All right, let's go. We got to go do our Reaper greetings. We got to do our
greetings. Come on.
We're going to do them.
Patreon. Love you people. Love you, man. See you in a minute.
Y'all.
Love
Later.
You. See ya.
Bye.